Imagine spending years in prison for something you didn't do, waking up every day behind bars, knowing you're innocent. These are the stories of 5 people who were wrongly convicted and lost a big part of their lives because of mistakes in the justice system. They were called criminals, locked away, and forgotten. But after many long years, the truth finally came out. This isn't just about being set free. It's about getting back the life that was taken from them and the strength it took to hold on through all the pain. If you want to hear more powerful stories like these, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and join us on this journey for justice. The man you see here is 41-year-old Daniel Villegas, who was accused of killing 2 teenagers back in 1995, when he was just 16 years old. At that time, Villegas says he was coerced into confessing by an El Paso detective, without an attorney or his parents present. Although he recanted the confession just hours later, it still became a key piece of evidence used by the prosecution. Villegas has been on trial 3 separate times for this crime and has maintained his innocence throughout. His first trial in 1994 ended in a mistrial due to a hung jury. A 1995 retrial resulted in a conviction for capital murder, and Villegas was sentenced to life in prison. He's now on trial for the 3rd time for the murder of the 2 teens, crimes that happened when he was just 16 years old. Many believe he was wrongfully convicted. After spending 18 years behind bars, that conviction was overturned in 2013 due to ineffective assistance of counsel. Villegas was released in January of 2014 and remained out on bond while awaiting a 3rd trial. During that time, he became a father to 2 children. Though the prosecution continued to insist on his guilt, no DNA, no firearm, and no forensic evidence were ever presented linking Villegas to the shooting. The last 25 years of his life, much of it spent in prison, were marked by legal battles and a fight to clear his name. Now, for the first time since he was 16 years old, 25 years ago, Daniel Villegas is a free man. Within moments, he'll find out whether he will return home to his family or spend the rest of his life in prison.
In the District Court of El Paso County, Texas, 409th Judicial District, the State of Texas versus Daniel Villegas, number 94-0D09328. Verdict Form B. We, the jury, find the defendant Daniel Villegas not guilty of...
This is John Bunn, a man who fought for 27 long years to clear his name. While living in Brooklyn, New York, Bunn's life was forever changed when, at just 14 years old, he was arrested by NYPD Detective Louis Scarcella. There was no physical evidence, no reliable witnesses, yet Bunn was convicted. He spent 16 years behind bars, followed by another 11 years on parole, all the while carrying the heavy burden of a conviction he insisted was false. But John never gave up. He kept fighting for justice, and finally, his conviction was overturned. It was determined that Detective Scarcella had committed serious misconduct, and worse, there wasn't even probable cause to arrest Bunn in the first place. "You convicted the wrong man," Bunn said in court, a powerful declaration that echoed through the courtroom after nearly 3 decades of injustice. After 27 years of relentless struggle, he was finally exonerated. But before leaving the courtroom as a free man, Bunn paused for a heartfelt moment with the judge, a quiet, powerful exchange that captured the weight of his journey.
I'm an innocent man, Your Honor, and I have always been an innocent man. Thank you. I want to say thank you, Your Honor, because it's been 27 years I've been fighting for my life. Y'all convicted and had a wrong man in prison, and that y'all still have somebody that's on the loose that's right now that killed someone, and that family out there running free, and I didn't deserve any of that.
Later, Bunn filed a lawsuit against the city of New York and the detective whose actions stole a lifetime of freedom. He lost his teenage years, his 20s, and a chance at a normal life, all for a crime he didn't commit. And while no ruling can erase the pain, John Bunn walked out that day not just as a free man, but as a symbol of strength, resilience, and the fight for truth in the face of injustice. Meet Susan Mellen, once sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, all because of a false testimony. She was 42 years old when she was arrested in Los Angeles, California, while taking her daughter out for a simple treat at McDonald's. That moment, intended to bring joy, became her last with her child for the next 7 years, as she was charged with the murder of an ex-boyfriend.
You know what? You told me you were going to tell me the truth. You're not telling me the truth. You are under arrest now for murder. I'm getting ready to book you. Now, obviously, you don't care about your family. You don't care about your daughters or care about because like I told you on the way over here in this car for you to tell me the truth. No matter if it implicated you, you need to tell the truth. Because see, nobody's not going to believe a lie. Because see, you're making these statements now, okay? And then when it comes times, then later on down the road, you're going to say, "Oh, I want to tell the truth." It's going to be too late then. You need to tell the truth now.
Okay, ask me anything.
I'm just asking. Were you there?
I am.
The entire case against Mellen rested on the word of a jailhouse informant who claimed Susan had confessed to the crime. There was no physical evidence, no eyewitnesses, just that one claim. She would spend the next 17 years behind bars until the informant was finally exposed as a serial liar and completely unreliable. This is the powerful moment her conviction was overturned, ending nearly 2 decades of injustice. From heart-wrenching tears to pure joy, Susan was finally free. And in a beautiful full-circle moment, she returned to McDonald's, this time to give her daughter that long-promised Happy Meal.
A judge overturned this, saying the original witness was a known liar.
I believe, based on what I've read, that she's innocent. And for that reason, I think the criminal justice system failed.
The state of California awarded her $597,000 in compensation. And later, the Los Angeles City Council approved a $12 million settlement for the years she lost. But no amount of money can return the birthdays missed, the moments stolen, or the 6,205 days she woke up behind cold prison walls for a crime she didn't commit.
I feel so grateful and so blessed today, and that God did send me an angel. Innocent Matters and Deidre O'Connor has just been amazing, and I'm just gonna be with my family Thanksgiving and Christmas, and I think what a better time to get home and be with your family for the holidays. They're doing good, and I had a lot of good women in prison that were really good to me. So,
I know this is overwhelming, but how does it feel to have your freedom?
I haven't felt it yet. I'm still overwhelmed. I'm shaking. I think I'm just like, it hasn't hit me yet. I haven't had my breakdown yet either. I keep crying and then it stops, so I'm waiting to have my breakdown and I really believe I deserve this, so thank God knew. So
what was it like to touch your children an hour or two ago?
Oh my gosh, it was overwhelming, just amazing, and something I've been waiting for. And
This is Ricky Jackson. He spent over 39 years in prison for a murder he did not commit. Jackson was arrested at just 18 years old while living in Cleveland, Ohio. The main witness in the case was a 12-year-old boy named Eddie Vernon, who, in fact, didn't see anything. Vernon later admitted that police pressured him into testifying against Jackson, which ultimately led to Jackson's wrongful conviction. Initially, Jackson was sentenced to die in the electric chair, but after spending 2 years on death row, his sentence was reduced to life in prison. Nearly 4 decades later, Eddie Vernon, now 52 years old, came forward with the truth. He never witnessed the murder. As a result, the charges against Jackson were dropped. After being wrongfully imprisoned for 39 years, this is the powerful moment Ricky Jackson hears the words he waited a lifetime for. He is free to go.
All rise, please.
Be seated. Thank you. We're here on case 020436, case of 1975. It was in front of Judge George McMonigal. Beth, do you have to say anything?
Thank you, Your Honor. On behalf of the state of Ohio, to reiterate what Mr. McGinty said the other day, the state of Ohio, at this time, I'll make a motion to dismiss the case.
All right, this case will be dismissed. Mr. Jackson, you're going to be free to go. We suggest to you that life is filled with small victories, and this is a big one. Know who your friends are, because everyone's going to want a piece of you. And you better trust the people who you know you can trust. So I wish you good luck. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, good luck.
I'd like to thank you for conducting these proceedings.
Jackson is now outside, for the first time in nearly 4 decades, as a free man, taking in the world he was forced to leave behind. It was a moment filled with emotion, relief, and long overdue justice. He later received $1 million in compensation from the state, along with an additional $2.65 million for lost income, though no amount can truly repay the years stolen from him. This is Kirstin Lobato, a woman who spent 16 years in prison for a crime she didn't commit. At just 18 years old, she was accused of brutally murdering a homeless man in Las Vegas, a charge that would derail her entire life. She was initially convicted of first-degree murder, but in a later retrial, the charges were reduced to voluntary manslaughter, and she was sentenced to a staggering 13 to 45 years behind bars. Still, Lobato never stopped maintaining her innocence. After 16 years locked away, a new hearing revealed what should have changed everything from the beginning. Solid evidence showed the victim's death occurred on a day when Kirstin was 3 hours away, spending time with her family. It was undeniable. She could not have committed the crime. This is the moment Lobato stepped outside prison walls, a free woman for the first time in nearly 2 decades. A moment filled with tears, relief, and the weight of stolen years.
You have to let go. Guess who? Oh, sorry. I love you, Fred. You're so excited. You're so excited. Come here.
Lobato has since filed a lawsuit against the Las Vegas Police Department, and her claim for compensation is still pending. She entered the system as a teenager and emerged as a woman shaped by injustice, robbed of youth, freedom, and the life she should have had. And yet, her story stands as a painful reminder of a justice system that sometimes fails the innocent and the strength it takes to survive it. Thank you for watching and standing with those who fought for their freedom. If these stories moved you, please like the video and share it to help spread awareness. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more stories about justice and hope. Together, we can keep shining a light on the truth.